This says that I'm live. I tend to believe what I read sometimes. So, in that respect, good morning. Hey, baby. What's up, baby? I don't know what you're doing up, but it's awesome. Yes, you're the first one on. Yes, you are. So, I guess we're going to talk this morning. And anybody else who decides to log on, feel free to do so. And we're going to talk with you this morning as well. And like I said, this is behind the wall. This is day 2 of the full lockdown that has commenced for the first of its kind in the country of Kuwait. So you got to be your ass in the house. You got to stay in the house. You got to stay in the house, not in the common areas, not out and about, not roaming around. You got to be inside. The numbers are climbing. They're not 100% sure as to where these increased and new cases of the corona are coming from. So they're pretty much just trying to quarantine everybody more or less by just keeping everybody inside, I guess, until they get some kind of beat on where the hot spots are, I guess. It's not fully detailed. You may not fully understand it, but if you don't want the shit, you stay in the house anyway. That's it. Where is now? I know you got your Nana number. Why are you asking me about that now? You need to have some talking points. You about to get blocked. So you're in the house all day, but between 4:30 and 6:30, I think, they actually tell you it's all right to go outside. Get a little exercise, stretch your legs, wear your mask, put your whole outbreak outfit on, and go outside and have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. Ain't shit open. Ain't nothing open. You can't buy nothing. But between 4:30 and 6:30, they're going outside and and everybody scurries out like they've been sitting at the door, scratching at the mat like a dog, and they run outside. We went out there with them yesterday. I don't know if they got out there just before we did or they was already out there, but they give you those hours authorized to go outside and walk, mill around a little bit. Not drive, but go outside, walk and hang out, whatever. So we did that. We walked around, came back in. It's a whole different experience. It's new. It's new to me. Understanding as much as I do, seeing the numbers increase the way they are, seeing the effects as they are, I don't question it though. I don't try to make it something more than it is, or I can go out there, I'll be okay. I went through the gas chamber. So what? This a countrywide gas chamber gonna get you at some point. You just don't take them chances. It ain't worth it. So it's different. Anybody who's out there who's inside like we are over here, feel free, log in. Tell them I ain't lying, I ain't bullshit. It's for real. You got to be in the house. You got to be in the house. A lot of downtime, a lot of, idle time. If you don't use it properly, if you don't try to do anything with it, then you find yourself just being totally and utterly bored. You can't do this one thing so much to where it's just, okay, it's lost its luster. You don't necessarily see the point in doing it. I get that. But if you're innovative, if you're goal-oriented, if you got, things on the horizon that typically you don't have time to do, this is like a vacation away from a vacation, unauthorized vacation with pay, especially when it comes to like writing and ideas and stuff you be jotting down all the time. That's one thing. I have little pads, notes, and typically throughout a busy day, you have to have that, and you have to write it down. You have to hurry up and jot it down because you may lose that train of thought, but it was something on your mind, something you was thinking about that you're like, I want to get back to that. I want to put some more thought into that when I get time. When I get time, I want to get into that and dive into that a little bit more. Every time you come back to it, it ain't necessarily there anymore. Sometimes it was fresh then, it was a mood then, it struck a nerve then that you wanted to get into, but then you come back to it and it's like, grits and chicken. What did I mean? What did I mean? Was that a joke? Was that a bit? That's something I wanted? Oh, stewed chicken and grits. Okay, you remember, then you cook it. If not, you like, chicken and grits is stupid. Why did I write that? I don't know. So don't just wave off the fact that you're up with the whole day ahead of you, that there's nothing that you can fulfill that time in doing. You have to think a little bit. People who like to meditate do that a lot. Get into your mind and find out what the focus is that you were once so concerned with, and you'll get back to that, and it'll clear up things for you. It'll clear like those lanes of traffic that we don't have. Typically, traffic is always flowing, and you can't get out there and walk in the middle of the street. Your mind, now you can walk down the middle of the street, figure out where you're going, what you want to do, what's more important, or what was more important that you thought was and may still be, but now you have the time to think and dwell on those things. It may seem like a waste, but it is not. Peace. This, off topic, random. I don't know how you see it in the screen. My phone on one, because you talk too much. I like the vitamin C dissolvables like these. Drop them in a bottle of water with my apple cider vinegar. I can sip on that throughout, for a little while, not long. I drink a lot. I don't know why. But it's just true. Vitamin C is something big that they talk about a lot throughout the course of this COVID virus, saying that you should be up on it. You should be ingesting as much of it as possible in whatever form you get it or like it. And it's just, but I've always kind of been like that anyway. It's like vitamins and probiotics, stuff like that, to keep your immune system up and ready, just in case a virus happened to just show up and lock you down for the next 3 months. Who knows? It's just stuff you do. Take precaution. and hand sanitizer. Spray this all over yourself. Just because. It don't matter. They're telling you to do it now. Shit, this ain't new to everybody. It's just new to certain people. It's just new to a few. So, yeah, put it on, clean it all up. Whatever have you. You know what? I was kind of, let me tell you a story. This may sound, I don't know how this is going to sound. I don't care how it sounds, but it's right. So I'm going to say it. You can't continue to help people the same way. You can't continue to lend a hand to anybody. I say anybody. The same way. If they have the ability to improve on what it is they once needed help with. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what I'm saying. Let me tell you what I'm saying. You can't continue to help somebody the same way and consciously not have that thought in the back of your mind like, that's the same help she needed, the same help he needed the last time I lent a hand or gave some aid or looked out or did a solid. And it's like, okay, well, what have you done or what do you do to improve your situation to where, yeah, I needed help like this last time, but I don't need help like that this time. I fixed that to where I don't need you to aid me in that way. I may need help, but it won't be like that because I learned how to properly prior plan to where I got that situation worked out now. So that's no longer an issue for me. That's no longer a crutch, a hurdle for me in my life anymore. I fixed that. That's what you want to see because that means growth. But when you constantly have to be, let me use your broom. You mind if I use your broom? No. Here you go. Boom. All right. Week 2. You using your broom right now? No. You mind? Let me borrow your broom. Okay. Here you go. 3rd week, they're not asking you for your broom. You got to ask them for your broom back. Okay, you never gave him a broom back. But what's evident is you got an issue with not buying cleaning supplies, at least not a broom. You need a broom. Buy yourself a freaking broom. If you're able, you got the means, buy a broom. If not, save up. Get you a broom. Because guess what? You like to sweep or you like a clean floor. Get yourself a broom. That's just an instance. Obviously, that's an example. But whatever that is, man, if you that guy that borrow $20 every week, what you doing when you ain't got $20 when you need it every week? Think about it. Think about it. I need to ride 2 blocks down the road and back. How long before you going to pick up on the fact that I can't take on the responsibilities of a car? Maybe I need a bike, a scooter, a skateboard. I need a means to get 2 blocks down the road and back. It ain't far, so it shouldn't take much. I ain't saying get into a finance situation, you're trying to finance a car and ruin your credit, but you need the means to get 2 blocks and back every day, every week, every couple of days. Get all right with walking or get yourself a mode of transportation. You can't help people the same way all the time and expect them to just grow because, of course, some people get comfortable with that. They're fine with it. Oh, yeah, he don't mind taking me down the road. In the back of your mind, you're like, I sure hope this fool don't ask me to take me down the road again. What is your deal, man? What's down that road? Why don't you move? They ain't got no openness. Stay down there. Why? Because you no longer feel like it's a burden. You feel like it's okay. This my dog. He'll help me out. He'll look out for me. But how long before that shit get on his nerves or her nerves? And you always need that. You always acting that. You ask the same thing. You should be able to fix that problem. Let me help you in another way. Something that's a little less inconvenient for me. People start thinking about you and the time you spend doing for them what it is that they need. Or heaven forbid, that old chestnut. That's family. Family don't mind. What else is family for? We probably shouldn't open that box because that infuriates you. It infuriates me. You can't say that about family as far as your family members, no more than you can say that about your children. That's like saying, what are my children for? You grew up, I raised you up, I fed you, I let you live in my house, I clothed you, I took you to the dance, I took you to school, I got your physicals, all this stuff. You can't let me borrow $2,000? Oh, mama, you ain't gonna pay me that $2,000 back. Why are we calling this a loan? You want me to just give you money to try to help repay my birth? I don't know how to do that. We should draw something up. Is this a document? Look, I know a lawyer. Like, I can't do that. And if I can't do that, I don't want you to say you take your love back or you hate that you had me or you resent my birth, because that would be devastating to most people. Your family is not for you to use or to utilize. Your family, you can't pick your family. Your family is just your family. It panned out the way it did. Your kids or your kids that panned out the way it did. And you shouldn't be abusive of that. You should not make them feel less if they can't do for you or they can't provide for you. If you decided to have a child, you knew or you didn't know, you could provide for this child and give them the best chance to come up, give them the best chance of making it the best adjusted, human being possible. You might have thought that, and the shit might have went south as soon as, first grade. I don't know. But your child is not a indentured servant. You got 18 years to get this house big and span. No, that's not right. That's not right. And it's not true either. Go and get me the papers off the shelf. Go and do it. If the child is helpful, then obviously, the child learns that it takes a family unit to make the household work. Then they will be an intricate part and it won't be an issue. They'll have chores, they'll have responsibilities. You give them that because you want them to know that when they get out in the world, that life is your own responsibilities, and you're supposed to own up to them, man up to them, ma'am up to them. You're supposed to do that, of course. But you got to be bringing them up right in the way that they know they're just doing what it takes to make the family more prominent. We want everybody to be okay. We want everybody to strive. We want everybody to succeed. And we want our household to be functioning, and we want it to be functioning properly. We want it to function properly. But that don't make every child you have a cash loan outlet either. You know what I mean? I got 8 kids. I should be able to come up with this $8,000, $1,000 a piece. It just don't go that way. It just don't go that way. And yes, I'm telling you, I really have heard that said, what family for? If I can't come to you, and I don't know where you get that warped sense of, entitlement. I didn't intend to be your uncle. That's just the way it panned out. I didn't know I was going to be your cousin. I don't know how to type that, but that will make me, the first line of every problem you have. I'm an outlet, It don't. And you shouldn't feel that way. If you got a cousin that's dependable enough, or you're a dependable enough cousin, maybe 1 or 2 times, sure. Let me get some advice. Let me get a ride from you. That job you work, I happen to be skilled in that trade. Could you put in a word for me? Oh, absolutely. Because now you're trying to further yourself. But if it's just hey, let me get that, let me hold that, let me borrow that, let me see that. All right. You taking this family thing a little too far. And I don't think you really value me. I think you're a terrible cousin, and you should accept that anybody and everybody can get it, as far as you're concerned. If they got it and you need it, everybody's eligible. Everybody's able to help me, and that's all you see them as. It don't matter if you was kin or not. I know you long enough. I done talked to you long enough. That's good enough. What up, kinfolk? That's right, doing what I do. As soon as you really come around, you just everybody like, oh, here come that cousin, here come that brother-in-law, here come that sister, here come that sister-in-law, here come that, like a Felicia, a Friday version of Felicia, just happened to be in your camp, in your kin. You know she about to ask for something. That's where that character came from. That person that's always borrowing something from the hood. Like, oh, here you go. Here you come. Watch. I didn't bring her. I don't know who brought her. Watch. He'll show up to the cookout. Everybody would bring something. She come with an appetite and her churn. Then guess what? We here because it's going to start out as what? Hey, family. Then it's like, we're the fool. And if y'all ain't finna cooking yet, oh no, y'all ain't finna cooking yet. Did you bring a drink? Did you bring a cup? Did you bring anything? Paper plate, towel? No. I'm just here because I'm family. That's all I need to be, right? Y'all do want everybody in the family to show up, right? You do want as big a gathering as possible, right? Yeah. We want to lay eyes on you. We want to see you. We want to make sure you're all right. We want to see you. So I guess we can't really say nothing. The fact that you just show up, and that's it. It is what it is. But that's family. And family and kids, they're not a tool. They're not tools to help you get by, to make your life easier. Hopefully that's not why you had them. Hopefully they're not all just ways to get earned income credit each year, once a year. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that's not why you have kids or have had kids. For those who actually had and raised and stuck around, to properly bring up their kids. Oh gosh, okay, all right. It's starting to come out, and I'm not trying because I did see something that kind of prompted that notion, and it was somebody I know and care for, and saw their tributes for Mother's Day. and I've seen it before, not from that particular person, just other people, people you know. If you know people, and you know of them, you know their ins and outs, their background, everything. So they were giving tributes to mothers, I guess, that they know, and was giving them, their props as to, oh my gosh, you're a mother, and if it wasn't for you, what I'm saying, life wouldn't be as decadent and wonderful and lovely and awesome as it is. Yeah. And then you look at the people that this person had made note of, and it's like, when the last time you seen this song, bitch, right here? I remember this picture. I was at this event. This person, you want to honor this person? Really? Okay. You can't tell somebody how to feel. You can't make nobody feel a certain kind of way. But it's delusional to accredit people who don't take up the responsibility of being active in children's lives. But those children want to recognize them. They wish that person was there, to the point where, yeah, everybody else did all the work. So now let me come and show you how great I am. This is probably going all over the place. There's tons of people that are involved in my youth to my adulthood. Now let me come over here to the people who should have been involved and show you how great I am. It's a delusion. Ignorance is bliss. It's the blindness of the heart. I don't know why you chose to vacate the premises or be absent from my life, but let me come show you. I'm cool. I don't know why you left, but look, I'm dope. I'm off the chain. Look at my clothes that somebody bought. Look at the haircut that somebody gave me. I got brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, nieces, nephews, everybody who made me a well-adjusted family member and part of a established unit. Now let me come show you how dope I am. Now that I know you still exist and you're not dead. Hey, I don't know why you bailed. I don't know why you bounced. I don't know why you left. But look at me. Look how cool I turned out. Wow, it's crazy. It's crazy. Love the one you're with, not me. Yeah, I love them too, but this person should have loved me, so I'm gonna go and show them why. But it's the cart before the horse. It's totally preemptive. I did the best I could in everything I could have done good in. You didn't see any of it, but let me come show you the awards. You would have been proud of me if you was there. I don't know why you weren't there, but since you weren't, let me show you the awards. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. I made mention in the previous post, it probably was only a week ago, I was saying that my daughter was trying to explain to her child, you had a father that ran off, went to go be a ventriloquist or whatever. He wants to come back in your life. And I feel, and she felt, like, how can he just come back in now after all this time? And I'm giving the advice as a father to a daughter, what I think I should say. But I don't really feel like that. I don't. Because you as the parent, you don't want to teach the child hate, even though you thinking that child, you should hate him. As soon as you talk to him, you should start crying and throwing a fit and saying how much you hate him. Because you as an adult, you're like, hey, somebody did you wrong. You're supposed to, depending on how devout you are as a Christian, you want to slap him in the face. You want to talk to him, set him straight, tell him, hey, you don't do me like that. But a child will know. They're introduced to another person and they seem nice. It's like, hey, here's a nice lady. Well, this nice lady has been absent for 7 years of your life, and they were supposed to be here. They've been here absent. That's why you don't know them, because they bailed out. They decided to do something else. They went to go be stylist for Vidal Sassoon, and it didn't work out. So now 7 years later, here they want to come back and have a relationship, and you want that child to project what you know to be right, which is you owe me some act right. You owe me a fade. You, me and you got to get some straightening. But the child don't know that. The child does not know that. And you don't want to tell them, don't you feel a little angry? You're just going to talk to this motherfucker? This nigga ain't sent dime one. He wasn't at one birthday party. He didn't show up to one, none of your events. He ain't come to none of your class, nothing. He ain't bail you out of jail. He ain't done nothing. You want to talk to him? Okay. So you want to have a relationship? Okay. So I'm crazy. Okay, fine. You can't tell a child to feel that way because the adult knows, and the adult knows it's wrong too. Oh, that's the caveat right there. That's the part right there. Take that snapshot right there, Joe. That's the caveat. You know if you got a shitty baby daddy or a shitty baby mama, and they've been out, like I said, out trying out West Coast Productions, porn sites, and it never worked out, and nobody wanted them, and and then they want to come back into the child life, and here you are. After years and years and years, you done raised children and done right by them and brought them up healthy and gave them flu shots and tetanus and made sure they didn't have the COVID, and then that outside parent come wandering back talking about, so how's little Johnny? Okay, as the adult, yeah, you got the right. Bitch, if you don't get the fuck out with me and stay with him, little Johnny, I tell him, well, just tell little Johnny I want to say, bitch, I ain't telling little Johnny nothing. Get away from me, stay with me, leave me alone. Why the people ain't got you and your license spent, I don't know. But in your heart of hearts, after you finish cussing them out, you are kind of obligated to tell little Johnny, like, little Johnny, look here. Sit down, shut up, look here, come on. I have been raising you to the best of my ability. We have been raising you to the best of our ability. Now, your dirty ass mom out there, yeah, she been out there in the street, begging for change. I don't know what she been doing. But you knew about her. I've always told you about her. We always know she ain't been worth a damn. But she want to talk to you. How you know what that child gonna say? How you know what the child gonna say? You'd be proud of the child. The child was like, man, fuck her. You right, little Johnny. You right. But I'm just letting you know. I said I'd pass the message on when I passed the message on. Is that right? No, that's wrong, isn't it? Yes, it's wrong. First of all, the child shouldn't be cursing. But if the child had your sentiment when you told them about the outside parent that chose not to be there, and the child said, I don't know that motherfucker, then forget it then. I relay the message back. Hello, you still there? Yeah, little Johnny said go to hell, man. Little Johnny ain't about to take up the time with you, to try to figure out what you is, who you is, and why you wasn't. And little Johnny said go to hell, man. You sure? I promise. Little Johnny, I ain't gonna reconfirm it. You took a shot, it didn't work. That's the chance you take with anything. You leave, let go, or don't pay attention to. Anytime it's subject to die. It's something not to exist. It's something not to be there when you decide it's important enough to deal with. It's possible. It's possible. It is possible. So that's the advice I gave. I told my daughter, I'm like, look, you raised your daughter to be every spitting image of you and everything I taught you. I'm sure you've taught her. Her judgment will be fine. Somebody or her father trying to come back into her life, don't be apprehensive. Pray about it, of course. And if the child is too young to decide if they do or don't, then don't force it on them. If she says she does, okay, well, let this dude realize and let him reintroduce himself to how this awesome specimen that you've been raising alone by yourself all this time. Let him have the introduction. What could it hurt? She's not afraid it's going to hurt anything. She's just concerned maybe her child gives this dude a 7-year pass. Maybe he gets a pass. He ain't done nothing. He ain't been nothing. He has nothing. He get to just come back and walks into her life, with no retribution. You know what I'm saying? No reparation. Yeah. So I get where she's coming from, but it's like, you got to do the right thing. You do the right thing. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, and ultimately, she left it up to me to do it. She left it up to me to talk to her daughter and tell her, hey, your dad want to come back in your life. He want to talk to you. You think it'll be all right? And she was like, who? And I told her his name. I didn't know his name. I called him dummy. I told her his name. Like, your daddy. His name is Shithead. She's like, Shithead? Like, yeah, Shithead. You remember Shithead? He used to talk to you when you was real little? He used to be around, you remember? She's like, no, not really. Shithead? Yes, Shithead. So eventually she got around to understanding who I was talking about. She just could not place him. It's been that long. So I think they ultimately did have a discussion, and, it has started. You owe the man opportunity to make right. Everybody don't get it right the first time. It's wrong to, judge people. So I think she did the right thing. My children, all 8 of them, all had outside parents who decided to go do other shit and then come back into the picture. And it was much different because they were much older. And these people going much longer. But yeah, we had the same sentiment. Like, man, you ain't got to get that bitch no pass. If you don't like her, you ain't got to talk to her. If you don't want to deal with it, you ain't got to deal with it. If you don't want to be bothered, you ain't got to be bothered. You're old enough to know the difference. We have been here the entirety of the time. We have been here. So, and you're old enough to know what it is you want. Something that hurts you, something you feel strongly about, something you don't want to deal with. You don't have to. That's the way you were raised. You will continue to be raised that way. So if you don't want to be bothered up with, your daddy who's strung out on meth doing breakdancing for change, you ain't got to be you ain't got to be bothered up with him. You don't. You don't want to, deal with your mama because she decided, she want to take a walk on the wild side and, scissor kiss and all that. You don't want to do it. You ain't got to. Don't. But just know I'm not going to, you've been shielded long enough from anything that you've had to be. Now you, as an adult, you can deal with it. And I'll be here. I'll be here. You're not losing anything by getting to know somebody or getting to know another side of your family or seeing what they're about or see what they like. Just don't forget where you freaking came from. Don't forget where you came from. My sons in my marriage acquired 4 other siblings, an older brother, 3 older sisters, as a result of my power bond union, my Barack Michelle thing, my power bond union to my wife made a freaking dynasty of 8 as another. And they've been brothers and sisters all along. But it's because we did that they are together. That 8 is enough combination came from my 4 and her 4. Unit became a unit. They could have all hated each other. There could have been a fight from the door. Every time they see each other, could have been a knockdown, drag out. But it was not. They were all younger then. They all grown up now to be adults. And it's like, you couldn't ask for it to be better. But that's because we did that. Different cities, traveled around, moved a lot. But we never broke up that bond between the kids once we introduced them to one another. It was always them. They were always there, no matter what we were doing. I don't give a shit how far we got to travel to make sure everybody's all together. That's what we did, and we did that. And it makes them who they are now. You know what I'm talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about. But that's real. That's real. So, but the adult choices, you can't make them for your children. You can only do it while they churn. You still call them your churn, but here, after 17, 18, no. You got to let them make that choice on their own. You got to let them make that. You got to let them fall on their own if they want to, if they so choose. Even after you said don't go that way and they still fall. Hey, man, I told you. You need dental work. I don't know what else to tell you. We need to get that fixed. You need a job with benefits. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you. I love you. I love you. But if you're going to defy my wishes and do your own thing and do what you think is right, opposed to what I've taught you, I wish you well. And I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. If it hurt, come on, let me. You probably live someplace where ain't no peroxide. Let me put some peroxide on that little nick cut you got as a result of falling down and getting drunk. Come on. Let me put some alcohol on that. Because you probably ain't got these things in your house. You don't know. You ain't established a household yet. You out here still trying to find your way. Well, that's when you go back to mama's house. Mama got peroxide, Epsom salt, shit in jars that you ain't never heard of to fix you up. You still an adult, but you still ain't grown. That's what you go back to mama's house for. As you're still trying to learn, she's still helping you along. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You raise them up right, they will be okay. But it's all right if you help them along the way. But once you told them and taught them, it's on them. It's on them. I ain't lying. I'm not lying. So what I'm going to try to get in the habit of doing is putting together a broadcast throughout the entirety of this lockdown. And just come on and let people come on and share what y'all doing, where you at. If you locked down, where you locked down. And if you're quarantined, where you quarantined. And if you're inside with not much communication going on, come on here, communicate with us. We ain't got a whole lot going on, but what we're doing, we're having fun doing. So feel free to join us. Feel free to join us. It's oh gosh, 8:40, 20 minutes to 9. Still very early. Still a lot can be done. I haven't done any exercising yet. To my immediate left is the part of the floor that I flop, and wallow on as I try to come out of this quarantine in better shape than when I went in it. Weights in the back in my room, television, couch, and fan. Oh, the fan. You know what? Let me tell you what. That's one of the most valuable things that I fucking own, a fan. I'm from, remember that thing people was doing a while back? I wasn't done with that. I was not done with that. I was not done with that. I am still that thing where you say ... years old. You need a fan, damn an AC years old, because a fan meant something. A fan, to have a fan, a box fan in your room in the window, that's something. That's something. Back in my day, that was, you was cool. That air could be hot. You could live next to a cornfield, so it's just dry, hot air, but you had to have a fan, and it made you feel cool. It wasn't no AC, it wasn't no fucking central heating there. We ain't had that in the woods. If you had a fan, though, your mama love you. Your daddy love you if you had a fan in your room. That graduated and went on later on down the line to having a fan on you in the living room while you watch TV. No AC. The little AC that you stick in the window, but she just way over there. You needed a fan, and you need that fan on you this close to your head. You could sit there and watch TV all day and ask people to bring you food occasionally, and you had a decent childhood and probably a halfway decent adulthood. If you had a fan, that's how old I am. I am circulating, oscillating fan, and damn AC years old. I believe in that. I believe in that. There's a fan right there. It's where I sit on that chair. But in my room, there's a oscillating fan about this high. Shout out to Caprice Pittman because she gave this fan to me, and I love her for that. And it's right by my bed, right by my side of the bed while I lay down there. And it blows on me. And the fan can't do no wrong, so I adjust to the fan. If I'm too cold, then I need more blanket, but that fan ain't going off. No. And when I get up and I leave out of the room and I know I ain't going back in there, that fan need to be off. If not, there's an issue. there's a problem. My wife gonna catch pure D, grade A, 100% unadulterated hell. And if my fan been on all day without nobody there to enjoy it, yeah, I got a problem with that. Fuck her. Just her. No, turn my fan on, man. I need that fan. If it's short out in the midst of this corona, y'all gonna see me on the news in cuffs because she did it. She know to turn the fan off. I go to work for her. I leave the fan on for her because I say, babe, you need me to leave the fan on? Yeah, leave it out. Leave it out. Okay, so I leave it on. But that means when you get up to go to work, turn the fan off. There's been a couple of knockdown dragouts now. We don't have some WWE moves in here about her leaving the fan on. And we both come home to work, saying, come home from work together, and the fan left on. She know not to come in that room right now because I'm stewing. You better let me cool down first because you like to jeopardize my fan, which in turn jeopardize your life. I don't ask for much. I don't need central heating in there. I don't need a big industrial AC. If I got a fan, I'm pretty much going to be all right because that's where I'm from and that's what I was raised up to do. Appreciate having a fan. Box fan, Maxway, Family Dollar, Dollar General, wherever you get your fan from, it's fine with me. It don't matter to me. But a fan is prestigious. That means you made it. You somebody. That's living in high cotton. So I don't know what time it'll be when we get back on here. Tomorrow, anything pop off too tough, hell, we do it later on today. But for right now, just an additional notification, let everybody know we all right. Be via YouTube and Instagram. You know, we're quarantined, we're in the house, but we're okay. We're blessed. God makes everything happen the way He does, and I have no problem with that. So we're gonna follow suit and pray that we can all, get it together after for too long. For too long, y'all underestimated this Cornelius. Maybe I did too, but that ain't the point. You know what I'm saying? I ain't underestimate the Lord. And if the Lord said this is the way it's gonna be, then let His will be done. If Cornelius is the end of all us, and then Cornelius it is, so be it. But stay prayed up. We give y'all a shout out tomorrow. Let's do it again real soon. 100.